he's going to do that as soon as he sees you at our wedding. Is like, that's going to happen. Like, he's just going to...
Whoa.
Oh, did I...
Am I coming?
Obviously. I'd been the type of person who would have obsessed over the idea of a wedding my whole life, but I actually never thought about what I would ever do or what I would want until I met the person. Like, it's like then, so I haven't actually even thought about that. I used to kind of have this dark fear that if I ever were truly like happy and free being myself and nurtured by a relationship, and what happens if the writing just dries up? What if writing is directly
Taylor Swift is dropping wedding Easter eggs, love-soaked lyrics, and cheeky metaphors like it's championship season, and Swifties can barely keep score. First, she teased her dream wedding, an over-the-top celebration with no kids allowed, strictly adult-only glam. Then came the jaw-drop moment when BBC Radio 1's Greg James nearly fainted after she casually hinted at inviting him to the big day. And if that wasn't enough, her song Wishlist spelled out a suburban fairy tale with Travis Kelce. Picture-perfect kids, a backyard basketball hoop, and happily ever after vibes.
List. It's a song that was actually the last song that we made for the album. And it was the song where, like, after we finished it, I was like, and then in the chorus, it talks about what mine would be. And it's a really dreamy song. It's a really romantic.
Taylor Swift is out here serving wedding confessions, jaw-dropping bling, and fairy tale level proposal stories. And fans can't keep up. On the Graham Norton Show, she flashed that blinding engagement ring and dropped more hints than a mystery novel. Forget cozy backyard vibes. Taylor's dreaming of a wedding so massive it could rival the Super Bowl halftime show. One audience member even spilled that she admitted a small wedding would stress her out more. Classic Taylor, she turned the moment cheeky by joking about inviting Graham himself, while making it crystal clear: no kids allowed. Translation: no juice boxes on the dance floor. This bash is strictly adults-only glam. And she didn't just talk the talk, she walked in looking like the human version of a mic drop. Dressed in a glittering black David Coma mini, rocking her signature red lip, and flashing that rock like it was its own spotlight, Taylor basically redefined the phrase bride-to-be glow. As for the proposal, Travis Kelce didn't settle for a living room knee drop. Nope, he built an entire garden in his backyard just to pop the question. A mini Eden crafted for one moment. If proposals had Olympic judges, this one scored a perfect 10. The whirlwind didn't stop there. Over at BBC Radio 1, Greg James practically toppled out of his chair when Taylor casually revealed he made the wedding guest list. Yep, the same guy who once cracked a questionable shower joke now has a golden ticket to what's already shaping up to be the wedding of the decade. He even joked about asking Travis to body slam him into the cool, and Taylor, with that mischievous grin, basically told him to pencil it in.
So maybe just do a wrestling move on me into a pool.
Imagine RSVPing to Taylor Swift's wedding and having to mentally prepare for a surprise WWE smackdown at the reception. Iconic! Greg James, who's been interviewing Taylor since her country curls and guitar days, was completely floored by the casual invite. He even blurted out, "Wait, are you serious?" Taylor didn't miss a beat. With the ultimate boss lady smirk, she fired back, "Obviously." Translation: don't ever doubt her.
Going to do that as soon as he sees you at our wedding. Is like, that's gonna happen. Like, he's just gonna...
Whoa.
Oh, did I...
Am I coming?
Obviously.
For years, Greg James complained about destination weddings being a logistical nightmare. But the second Taylor Swift casually invited him, he hit Instagram to backpedal faster than a DJ at a scratched record, swearing he'd happily hop on a plane for this one. Translation: when the guest list includes Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, and maybe surprise stage lighting, suddenly crossing the globe feels like a privilege. And just as Swifties were catching their breath, Taylor detonated another hint, her track, Wishlist. Basically, it's her Pinterest board in song form. Forget yachts, Oscars, or Grammy towers stacked like skyscrapers. Taylor's dream is shockingly simple. Travis, a couple of mini Kelces running around, and a basketball hoop in the driveway. She's manifesting full suburbia chic, except her cul-de-sac fantasy might come with paparazzi drones buzzing overhead. In the lyrics, she's brutally clear. This isn't about stadium sing-alongs or flashing cameras, it's about family. Think less Eras Tour confetti and more Saturday mornings yelling at kids to grab their cleats for soccer practice. Honestly, the mental image of Travis flipping burgers in the backyard while Taylor organizes lemonade stands with their Swift Kelce squad, adorable doesn't even begin to cover it. Taylor even opens up about past heartbreaks, admitting she thought she had it figured out once, twice, but no. This time feels different. Like fate tossed her a 6'5" tight end with a mustache and whispered, "Here, try again." And she's clearly betting that Travis is the forever she's been wishing on shooting stars for. Insiders claim the couple isn't dragging their feet either. Between the August engagement and summer house hunting trips in Ohio, they're apparently fast-tracking that suburban dream. And then came the pièce de résistance. Taylor finally gave the world a close-up of that engagement ring during her Graham Norton appearance. Calling it a ring feels almost insulting. It's basically a portable disco ball. Forget delicate sparkle, this thing could guide ships through fog. The vintage-style stunner boasts an old-mine brilliant cut diamond so huge it makes your phone screen look small, sitting pretty in a chic bezel setting like it knows it's the star of the show.
I had shown him a video of I just thought her stuff was so cool. So I'd shown him a video a year and a half ago. And he was just paying attention to everything, it turns out. Because when I saw the ring, I was like, oh, I know who made that. I know who made that. I know who made that. He designed it with this amazing jeweler, Kindred Lubeck is her name. And she does all of her gold engraving by hand.
Taylor knew exactly how to make that diamond shine even brighter. She paired it with a black, jewel-encrusted mini dress, her trademark red lip, and bangs so flawless they could headline their own tour. She basically walked onto the Graham Norton show looking like the cover star of Engagement Announcements Monthly. And the timing? Peak Taylor. The episode aired the same day her new album, The Life of a Showgirl, dropped. Album release? Check. Sparkle Flex? Double check. Then came Wood, the track that made Swifties drop everything and clutch their headphones. Forget cryptic scarf references or delicate Easter eggs. This one is a not-so-subtle love letter to Travis Kelce's offensive line. From lyrics about new heights of manhood to thighs finding their fairy tale key, Taylor isn't even pretending to play at PD anymore. Fans were left screaming, blushing, and bookmarking lyrics like it was a full-time job. Honestly, it feels like she looked at Sabrina Carpenter's spicy one-liners and said, "Hold my red wine." Taylor dives all the way in with metaphors about redwood trees and magic wands, making English teachers everywhere both proud and slightly uncomfortable. The pre-chorus alone has people clutching their pearls and then smashing the replay button because who knew Taylor could outdo herself in the innuendo department? But here's the genius. She frames the song as breaking her bad luck curse. No more four-leaf clovers or knocking on wood. Turns out all she needed was a 6'5" tight end with, let's just say, championship-level stats. She even jokes she doesn't need to catch a bouquet because her hard rock is already secured. Subtlety officially left the chat. And while Taylor is busy writing the soundtrack to every blush emoji on the internet, Travis Kelce is probably listening with that trademark smirk, fully aware he just got immortalized as a walking metaphor for an entire national forest. And speaking of forest, Taylor wasn't exaggerating when she told Graham Norton that Travis Kelce basically landscaped his way into Fiancé of the Year. He revealed he had an entire garden built just to propose. Forget buying roses, this man booked Mother Nature for a cameo. No wonder Taylor called it a straight-up 10 out of 10. Honestly, who needs a Pinterest board when your proposal looks like the Olympic opening ceremony? But Taylor being Taylor, she didn't stay in mushy mode for long. When asked about wedding plans, she hit everyone with the ultimate Swift cliffhanger. You'll know. Translation, she's not dropping spoilers. This isn't Marvel, folks. First comes the album grind, then comes the aisle walk. For now, her focus is The Life of a Showgirl, her 12th studio album, which she says kept her sane during those marathon Eras tour nights when she was basically running on caffeine and glitter. Songwriting, she admitted, is cheaper than therapy. And this record isn't the diary entry heartbreak Taylor of old. Instead, it's storytelling with distance, Less emotional autopsy, more narrating your life in stilettos with killer metaphors. She even joked that posture confidence has her hitting octaves and falsettos like she's training for the Olympic Vocal Olympics. If confidence had a soundtrack, this album would be it. That confidence flows right into Honey, a track that proves pet names can go from cringe to swoon, depending on who's saying them. Taylor paints the contrast. Back in the day, a random sweetheart or honey from a stranger at a bar felt creepy, not cute. Red flag territory. Cued jealous side eyes, bathroom shade, and Taylor crying into her skirt on the ride home. Nothing sweet about that kind of honey, just pure cavity. Then along came Travis. Somehow when he says honey, it's not condescending, it's cinematic. Less HR violation, more Disney opening scene. Taylor flips the script, transforming a word that once stung into something safe, warm, and utterly hers. When he says it, it's not game, it's genuine awe, the kind that makes you want to graffiti his name across your life in neon paint. The chorus takes Honey, I'm Home from sitcom punchline to full-on mood. And of course, Taylor stirs in playful chaos. Lines about kicking indoors and turning forever into a nightstand. It's vulnerability wrapped in wink-wink sass, classic Swift. The imagery is delicious. Summertime spritzes, wintergreen kisses, and a love so bold it makes every cheap nickname from the past look laughable. The bridge seals the deal. Taylor calls out the late-night creeps and faux lovelies who mistook flattery for breadcrumbing. But with Travis, though, the words land differently. Less performance, more permanence. Once weaponized, now redefined. And Swifties? They're already crowning Honey as the official wedding slow dance anthem. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.